Welcome to Ken's Corner Podcast, Season 3. Get ready for expert analysis and rising wrestling stars. Now here we go with your host, Ken Judge.
Hi everyone, this is Ken from Ken's Corner, and today I'm back with some of my wrestling peoples. So today I got the Southern Enforcer from Tampa Bay, Florida, Colt Gentry. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, Ken. How are you?
I'm okay. Busy day, but every day is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to dive right into your career here. Let's go back to where it all began and where Colt Gentry decided that he wanted to be a professional wrestler.
All right. Well, I've been a fan since I was about 4 years old. That's 1998-ish. I don't remember the exact context of where I saw it, but my first vivid memory of seeing anything in wrestling was actually seeing Undertaker give Mankind the old toss off the Hell in a Cell. From there, I was kind of hooked. I got in a spot of trouble being a wrestling fan when I was about 5. I did the suck it to one of my neighbors. Got a pretty harsh whooping from my parents after that and wasn't allowed to watch wrestling for a while. I picked it back up again about 20 years ago, back in the summer of 2004. Eddie Guerrero was champion, JBL was starting his hot run, and John Cena was on the come up. And it was a great time to pick it back up again. And I was hooked again.
That's
and
awesome.
I think about the time I decided I wanted to be involved in pro wrestling was somewhere around 2010, 2011. I wanted to be involved in some capacity. I didn't know exactly what it was going to be. About 2015, I started looking at schools. 2017, I really got serious about looking at schools. I was looking at one in Orlando. For reasons I'm not going to talk about, I won't name the school I was looking at, but I was told to not trust that school because the head trainer had some problems in what Robin Williams used to call the after-school area. So one of my friends that used to go to the NXT shows in Venice with, he told me, "Oh, you know, Jay Lethal has a school in Tampa, right?" I was like, "Wait, no shit, really?" He said, "Yep." And I looked into that, linked up with that, and the rest, as they say, is history.
That's awesome. Let's talk a little bit about who your trainer was and where it was that you did start in Tampa Bay.
All right, so I was trained by Jay Lethal and Dax the Axe. Dax the Axe, you guys also may know as Dr. Dax or Cornwallis from MLW. The initial training facility was just a little shed over by Tampa International Airport. It got brutally hot in there during the summers, but it was one of those things I wouldn't have traded for the world. The Lethal Academy at the time was the feeder system for Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling, which is my home promotion down here. We actually have a show coming up July 26th in St. Pete. AJ Francis is going to be on that card. He's working Romeo Cavedo in the main event. But anyway, I digress. So the training facility was over by the airport. That's where I got started. In 2019, the training facility moved to Pinellas Park. In 2019, I also got hurt. I blew my knee out, so I stopped wrestling for a little while and started doing ring announcing, commentary, backstage production, all that kind of stuff. And I just kind of immersed myself fully into the other aspects of pro wrestling that weren't just like in-ring competition.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. That's amazing. Are you still involved in that line of work as well?
Yes, I am. For Tampa Bay Pro, I do handle some of the production work. I don't take as many ring announcer bookings as I once was. Same with commentary and backstage interviewing because I've thrown myself full force back into in-ring competition. The Colt Gentry name actually came about as a rebrand I did back in 2022. My original name was Liam Walker. I had to change that because it was just way too much of a mouthful. And Colt Gentry just kind of rolls off the tongue a little easier.
Yeah. Let's talk about how you come to the ring and the music that leads you to that ring.
All right. I use Read Me My Rights by Brantley Gilbert. Some promotions I'll just use the instrumental. Some promotions I'll use the full song. I come out with an American flag that says "Don't Tread on Me" on it. I do the whole rah rah USA USA shtick. Some places it gets a bit more over than others. Some places I have a lot more fun with it, depending on whether I'm babyface or heel.
Mhm.
When I heel, I really tend to ham it up. Like there's this one promotion I was working in Georgia called APW, American Premier Wrestling. I was booked up there as a heel, and so my manager that I work with, his ring name is the Sarge. When we went up there, he had a lot of fun with that crowd up there. He called them Colin Kaepernicks a few times because they were booing the American flag. It was great.
That's good. That's good. I love that. Actually, I want to switch tune a little bit here. I want to talk about your TikTok page. That's actually how I found you. You have a very good TikTok page, and what I find very interesting is what it says under it, and it says mental health awareness. Tell me what that means to Colt Gentry.
Well, mental health for me, it's always been kind of one of my big talking points. I mean, as a matter of fact, I don't know if you can see it, but I got that semicolon tattoo there.
Very
I
nice.
got that because my mental health to me has always been kind of important. And it's like I said on one of my TikToks, pro wrestling has saved my life more times than I care to count. It's been that thing that's always been there for me when everything else has gone to shit. And it's been that thing that's pulled me back from the brink. And I owe my life to professional wrestling.
That's awesome. I love hearing that story. I want to talk a little about your home state of Florida. What a hotbed of wrestling it is there. Like it just must be really fun for you to be a wrestling professional wrestler and a wrestling fan in your home state.
Yeah, Florida's crazy. We actually have TNA coming August 2nd and 3rd. We just had MLW here July 12th. I was actually a part of that. I did a little on-screen security work, got chased by Minoru Suzuki holding a chair, which was kind of fun. Then at the end of that show, I was killed by Contra Unit. That was fun too. Let's see. GCW comes around every few months. They were just here back in May. I think they're going to be back here in December. MLW is going to be back in October. But yeah, the indie scene here is crazy too. There are so many promotions, so many like up here, so many here, then a few that are like here.
Yeah.
The ones that are like here are the ones that would give Jim Cornette an aneurysm.
I actually know a few out in Ocala way. I'm not exactly sure where that is compared to where you are, but I'm actually
It's
wearing a
just
hat
north
from
of here. And most of them are sponsored by the same company, Knockout Entertainment. And for the sake of not getting any more heat than I tend to get in this state, I'm not going to say anything about Knockout Entertainment because I did one show for them when they were Knockout Wrestling, or
Yeah.
it was Adrenaline or some damn thing like that. And it was, we'll just say it was a waste of time. It was back when I was still doing the announcing thing, and it just,
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
sorry to hear that, but I'm sure there's just as many good ones that keep you going and
Oh, yeah.
keep you where you are, and that's why you're still a wrestler, I'm assuming. Um, and saying that, do you have any shows that are or events that are coming up that you want to announce here?
Yeah. Actually, this Saturday, July 20th, I will be wrestling for SWT, the Southern Wrestling Tradition in Pavo, Georgia, at the Pavo Peacock Center. I just saw the match announcement earlier today, so it's like, well, I saw it when I woke up, so it's like not really fresh in my memory yet. I will be posting the match announcement card on my TikTok page, but it is a championship match. It is the shit. I do not remember what it is. Hang on, let me see if I can find it.
That
Stand by here
happens.
for me. Yeah. All right, let's see. Here it is. I will be facing the King of Sports Tape Fist champion, Chris Nelms, for the championship this Saturday in Pavo, Georgia.
Well, good luck, Colt Gentry. That's a big match to announce. Now, where can your new fans find Colt Gentry? Let us know what your social media outlets are.
Well, all of my socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, they're all the same at Colt Gentry Pro. That's also my pro wrestling tee store. So if you guys are liking what you're hearing from me and you want to show some support, but you can't make it out to a show, prowrestlingtees.com/Colt Gentry Pro. Buy yourself a shirt. Facebook, my gimmick page is just Colt Gentry. Just search that. It should pop right up. And July 26th, you can find me at Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling, Campbell Park Rec Center, St. Pete, Florida.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Maybe one day you can make your way up to good old Canada here.
Well, hey, you find someone up there that's willing to pay my travel, and I just might.
There you go, right? Now we're
Especially
at the part.
because I've got like the perfect heel gimmick fleshed out for coming up to Canada already. I'll come out there with my American flag, rock the Shawn Michaels shirt, do the pose, and just insult Bret Hart for a little bit.
Well, Canadian promoters, you heard Colt Gentry, the Southern Enforcer. He's ready to be hired and flown in for your experience in your wrestling experience and your pleasure. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, I got tongue tied there a little bit.
No worries, man. Everybody gets the Biden brain once in a while.
Yeah,
I said that out loud, didn't I?
Exactly. Okay, well, we're at the part where we're going to leave it to you. Is there any last words from the Southern Enforcer, Colt Gentry?
I think I've pretty much covered all of it. I'll say it again. If you want to throw me a follow, all of my social media is at Colt Gentry Pro. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, even Twitch. I don't stream on there much, but I'll hop on there every once in a while. ProWrestlingTees.com/Colt Gentry Pro to buy a shirt, and just keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for future match announcements.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining me here today on Ken's Corner. I want to let you know who I'm with one more time. This is the Southern Enforcer, Colt Gentry from Tampa Bay, Florida, professional wrestler. What do you weigh in at, Colt, if you don't mind me asking?
Around about 300.
There you go. He's one big wrestler, guys. So I'm interested in looking up some of your work and maybe seeing some of your YouTube fights if you had. Do you have it on YouTube as well?
Shit. I might. I don't know that I've got anything posted on my YouTube channel at the moment. If I do, I believe the @ is still Colt Gentry Pro, but I'm not sure.
Awesome. Or just
there
look
is a
at it in
highlight reel
TikTok.
posted somewhere on my TikTok feed, though.
Yeah, I have seen it on TikTok. Anyway, one more time. Colt Gentry, the Southern Enforcer. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.